Welcome to Ready Gunner. I'd like to walk you through a few details to ensure that you have a great time on the range. There are four most important safety rules that we need you to remember and abide by. First, never place your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Second, make sure you know your target and what lies beyond it. Third, make sure you never point your gun at anything that you are not intending to shoot. And always treat your firearm as if it is loaded. We'll review these again at the end, just to make sure. Now for a few details. When you bring your own firearm into the range, we require that you have it cased or holstered all the way till you put it on the firing line. When renting firearms from us, we will provide you with a caddy to carry the handguns. All rental guns will come with chamber flags as a visible safety measure. Make sure to keep these flags in the firearm both to and from the firing line. Eye and ear protection are required at all times before you enter the range. You may bring your own eyes and ears, or they are available for rent. If you didn't bring your own targets, those are available for purchase. We have a 25-yard range that is rated up to a 50 caliber BMG. We do not allow steel core, black powder, or shotgun ammunition on the range. If you use this type of ammunition, you will be kicked out and fined. Those damage the range and create a severe safety hazard. Once you have everything in hand, head into the observation bay. In the observation bay, you may load magazines, but you may never load your firearm. All firearms are to remain inside their cases in the observation area and only uncased when you get on the firing line. Put your eyes and ear protection on in the observation bay prior to entering into the range. There are two doors that separate by a small airlock as you enter the range. You must ensure that the door you walk through is closed before you open the second door. This is to protect the hearing of the people in the observation bay. Only 3 people are allowed per lane inside the range at one time. If you have more people in your party, they need to wait in the observation area and rotate into the range, or you can rent an additional lane. The back counter area inside the range is a place for you to store your bags after you have uncased your firearm at the firing line and have left it on the firing line. Remember, there is no loading or unloading your firearm into its case on the back counter inside the range. All casing and uncasing must be done at the shooting table at the firing line, and all uncased firearms must be left at the shooting table at the firing line the entire time while you are in the range. Additionally, you may not stow any uncased firearms on this rear counter. The shooting stall is the only place where you may case and uncase your firearm, and ensure that the muzzle is always pointed downrange. Here are some tips on placing your targets on the carrier. Where you put the target is important. Make sure that you place it below these 2 points. Now again, as you take your gun out of its case, ensure the muzzle is pointed downrange. There is a shelf underneath each bench to provide a space to store your ammunition, handgun cases, or other items. Store any long gun cases at the back counter. Now as you shoot, please don't shoot the walls, the floor, or the ceiling, and please do not try to shoot the target retriever. Do not shoot your neighbor's targets, and if you shoot the walls or ceilings or the retriever, you may be asked to leave. After you got your target set up, your gun uncased, and are ready to shoot, use the touch screen in the stall to send the target down. Then chamber load your firearm and start shooting.
If your firearm goes click instead of bang, you may be experiencing a hang fire or a misfire. If you think this has happened to you, please do not bring the firearm into the store. Please put the firearm down in your stall, muzzle facing downrange.
Find a safety range officer or notify the cashier and they will assist you. If for some reason your target falls off downrange, or if you lose anything else downrange, do not move beyond the firing line to retrieve the item. Please find a safety range officer or notify the cashier and they will assist you. Do not move beyond the firing line for any reason. We do not allow drawing from the holster unless you have the Ready Gunner Working from the Holster certification. If you wish to obtain this certification, please speak to the cashier. We have a range safety officer on staff at all times. If they give you specific directions, please follow them. If you are acting unsafe in any manner, you will be given correction or you may be asked to leave the range. If this individual gives you specific instructions or directions, please follow them. If you observe any odd, unsafe actions that should be reported to the range safety officer, please immediately notify them or the cashier. When you're done shooting, ensure that the gun is completely unloaded. You've double-checked that there is not a round in the chamber, and if applicable, you've inserted the chamber flag into the chamber and the muzzle is facing downrange. Then grab your gun case and bring it to the shooting line and put your gun inside the case before you leave the shooting line. When leaving the range, please inform the cashier you finished so that they know that your lane is now free for other shooters. As a quick reminder, please don't break these rules. Never place your finger on the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Make sure you know your target and what lies beyond it. Make sure you never point your gun at anything that you are not intending to shoot, and always treat your firearm as if it is loaded. Be safe out there, and thank you again for coming to Ready Gunner.